Welcome to Buzz, your daily deep dive into the digital slipstream. I am Lila Grant.
And I'm Jonah Klein. We are tracking a massive day on the timeline, from medical conspiracies to the biggest stage in sports.
Jonah, the feed is absolutely screaming today. We have to start with this WHO situation because it's like wild how fast the narrative shifted.
It's a total frenzy. Since the US officially exited the World Health Organization, we've seen this massive surge in posts claiming that suppressed cancer cures are suddenly being revealed.
Right, it's like the floodgates opened. There's one compilation post going around, I think it's over 15 million views now, listing breakthroughs from Spain, Korea, China, Mexico, Vietnam, and Russia. The theory being pushed is that these were kept under wraps until the US stepped away from international oversight.
The Vietnam post is the one that really caught fire. Over 28 million views just on a claim about a blood cancer cure. People are using the hashtag Big Pharma and hashtag Cancer Cure hashtags to argue that the WHO was basically a gatekeeper for these treatments.
It's such a classic digital subculture moment, Jonah. You take a major geopolitical move, the WHO exit, and immediately map a medical conspiracy onto it. Even if the science in these breakthrough clips isn't verified, the engagement is astronomical because it taps into that deep-seated distrust of the establishment.
Exactly. And speaking of the establishment and massive audiences, did you manage to catch both sides of the Super Bowl halftime show last night?
Oh, you mean the great halftime culture war of 2026? It was impossible to miss. On one side, you had Bad Bunny bringing this incredibly high-energy, politically charged set to the main stage. The memes are already legendary.
But then there was the counter-programming. TPUSA hosted their own All-American alternative show. They had Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, and even a tribute to Charlie Kirk. It was a total choose-your-own-adventure for your political leanings.
That's insane. Combined, we're looking at hundreds of thousands of likes on these dueling clips. It felt like the Super Bowl wasn't just a game anymore. It was a vibe check for the entire country. You either had the Bad Bunny fans praising the representation or the TPUSA crowd calling for a faith-driven return to tradition.
It's the ultimate fragmentation of the monoculture, Leela. Even at the Super Bowl, we can't agree on what the halftime show should look like. It's a total split-screen America moment.
Speaking of screens, every F1 fan I follow was glued to their phone for the Cadillac reveal. This is huge for the sport.
The Checo comeback. Sergio Pérez is officially back, and he unveiled that Cadillac F1 livery. It's all red, white, and blue. It feels like the first time in decades we've seen a truly American constructor with this much momentum.
The reveal post has over 58,000 likes already. After Checo left Red Bull, people weren't sure what his next move would be. Seeing him front and center for Cadillac's 2026 debut, that's a massive win for F1's growth in the States.
It's definitely a statement. Cadillac isn't playing around. They want that American market share, and Perez is the perfect bridge for that global motorsport audience.
Now we have to shift gears to something a bit more heavy. We're tracking serious unrest in Southeast Asia following the Thai general election yesterday.
The hashtag Thai election is at the top of the trends for a reason. There are massive allegations of vote tampering. We're seeing youth-led protests and demands for nationwide recounts. It's over 500,000 mentions and counting.
It's heartbreaking to see the chaos, but the digital coordination from the youth in Thailand is incredible. They are using social media to document every single discrepancy at the polling stations. It's a real-time defense of democracy being played out on our feeds.
It really highlights how social media has become the primary tool for political accountability, even when the establishment tries to keep a lid on things.
And finally, Jonah, we have to talk about that NYC Subway video. It's one of those clips that just makes your blood boil.
Wait, what? I saw that. It's sitting at nearly 9 million views.
a woman hurling racial slurs at passengers, and then, this is the part that has everyone talking, she slips out of the doors just as they close to avoid any confrontation.
The door slip has sparked its own wave of discourse. It's generating thousands of comments about public safety, racism, and the bystander effect in New York. People are identifying with the frustration of the passengers who couldn't even respond before she was gone.
It's a grim reminder of how quickly a public space can turn toxic, and how these moments are now permanently etched into the digital record. The backlash is intense, Leela.
That's why we're here to sift through it all. That's the roundup for today.
I'm Jonah Klein.
And I'm Leela Grant. We'll be back tomorrow with more of what's trending on Buzz. Stay savvy out there.
Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com. Check us out at buzz.neuralnewscast.com.